At the beginning of the story, several speedboats move rapidly across the water, carrying terrorists who have taken American civilians hostage. The terrorists do not realize that elite U.S. Marine snipers are already positioned in the area, setting up their field of operation. The snipers are given one clear mission: rescue every hostage alive. To carry this out, they surround the location from 3 sides. Meanwhile, the base commander monitors every movement through a live feed. Soon, the terrorists reach the shore and force the hostages off the boats, making them sit in a line on the ground. At that moment, another terrorist vehicle arrives, and their leader begins delivering an anti-American rant directly to the camera. On the other side, the team's captain, Juice, orders all the snipers to prepare for the final shot. Soon after, official permission to fire is granted from the base. Just as the soldiers are about to pull the trigger, a terrorist places a weapon in the hands of an innocent child and orders him to kill the hostages. The sight leaves all the snipers completely stunned. They realize that saving the hostages would now mean targeting the child. Seeing someone so young, none of the snipers have the courage to take the shot. Captain Juice urgently orders Rampage to fire, warning that even a slight delay could ruin the entire mission. However, Rampage freezes when he sees the child and cannot pull the trigger. At the same time, the child also lacks the courage to harm the hostages. Another sniper attempts the shot, but misses due to the long distance. Taking advantage of the confusion, the terrorists begin fleeing in panic. The snipers immediately engage and start taking down the escaping terrorists one by one. Meanwhile, 2 helicopters arrive at the scene to provide backup. The helicopters open heavy fire on the enemy positions, eliminating most of the terrorists on the spot. Despite this, a few terrorists manage to escape in a car and a speedboat. One terrorist sitting at the back of the car opens heavy machine gun fire, making the sniper's job extremely difficult. But the terrorists are unable to escape very far. The helicopters and snipers eventually eliminate them completely. After the mission ends, the captain stops Rampage and confronts him. He tells him that he disobeyed orders during the operation. He warns that such behavior must not happen again. He adds that if Rampage does not correct these mistakes, he will be removed from foreign sniping duties. Rampage understands the warning and promises to improve. The scene then shifts to the city of Istanbul, Turkey. With no mission currently active, the snipers are seen relaxing together at a cafe. Meanwhile, Rampage sits quietly, lost in deep thought. Suddenly, he notices a beautiful woman passing by. He stands up and follows her. The woman stops at a convenient spot, and Rampage approaches her and begins flirting. At the same time, a hired sniper takes position nearby, preparing to assassinate Rampage. Just as he is about to pull the trigger, Major Badwell shoots him from behind. Badwell then contacts Rampage and asks him to meet at a specific location. When Rampage meets him, he asks, "Uncle, what are you doing here?" Badwell replies that if he had not intervened, Rampage would have already reached the top ranks. He warns that terrorist groups in Syria have placed a $1 million bounty on Rampage's capture. Because of this, Rampage must stay extremely alert from now on. Next, the entire team is seen aboard a ship. The commander briefs the team on a new mission that will take them to Georgia. The objective of the operation is to eliminate specific targets. While the commander is explaining the details, the same woman Rampage was flirting with earlier enters the room. She is revealed to be Lisa, the chief coordinator of the mission. Seeing this, Rampage is completely stunned. Lisa then takes over the briefing. She explains that a critical gas pipeline is being constructed in Georgia. Through this pipeline, gas will be transported by ship to Eastern Europe. For the past few months, repeated terror attacks have disrupted this supply. The mastermind behind these attacks is a jihadist named Abu Abdullah, trained by elite British operatives. Lisa explains that the next day, a prominent businessman will visit the same gas pipeline site in Georgia. The team's task is to ensure his safe arrival at the location. She warns them to handle the mission carefully, as Abu Abdullah is not an ordinary sniper and is known as the Ghost Sniper. The commander-in-chief orders everyone to prepare for the operation. Soon after, the team lands in Georgia. Lisa informs them that they will receive support from 3 surveillance drones and a unit of special forces as backup. She adds that despite these resources, the mission will be extremely challenging. The team commander will coordinate and lead the operation remotely from the Just base. We then see the team positioned at the location where the businessman's vehicle is about to pass. Each soldier takes up a designated position. However, they fail to realize that just a short distance away, an enemy sniper armed with a customized rifle is already lining up a shot. As soon as the businessman's vehicle passes, the enemy sniper shoots the driver. With the driver killed instantly, the vehicle loses control and overturns. Moments later, the sniper identifies the position of one soldier and takes a precise shot, killing him. Seeing this, the soldiers immediately begin searching for the enemy snipers, but despite their best efforts, they find no trace of the enemy. The remaining soldiers are left in shock. The enemy sniper then begins eliminating the businessman's security guards one by one. Shortly after, he detects another soldier and kills him as well, throwing the entire unit into panic. In response, 3 drones are launched from the base. Using the drone feed, the enemy sniper's exact location is finally identified. Missiles are fired at the spot, eliminating the enemy on the spot. The soldiers successfully rescue the businessman. However, Rampage begins to believe the mission was a setup. He realizes it was nearly impossible for the enemy to locate the 2 fallen soldiers so accurately. This leads him to suspect that a traitor among the Georgian soldiers leaked their positions to the enemy. After returning to the base, Rampage angrily confronts the Georgian chief colonel. He accuses one of their men of betraying them, which resulted in the deaths of 2 sharpshooters. In response, the team commander assigns Rampage to patrol the harsh, snowy mountains alongside Russian soldiers. Next, we see a spotter named Sajid, escorting Rampage to the regional commander under whose authority he will operate. Upon reaching the area, they enter a house where 2 team members suddenly attack Rampage. Rampage avoids their strikes and engages in a brutal fight. The commander arrives and stops the clash, realizing these Americans are no ordinary soldiers. The next day, Rampage asks the commander whether there could be a traitor among the Georgian forces. He explains that during the mission, the enemy sniper already knew their exact locations. The commander responds that accusations require solid evidence. Soon after, the soldiers are seen patrolling the border through the mountains. While patrolling, they spot some Russian terrorists stealing from a mountain base. The commander is about to shoot them, but Rampage stops him, saying, "These are just ordinary thieves. Why waste bullets on them? Give me permission, I'll handle them." He asks for permission to handle the situation alone and return quickly. The commander agrees and orders him to proceed. As Rampage moves forward, the commander assigns another soldier to accompany him. He already knows that the criminal they are hunting is no ordinary target. Rampage is about to uncover a dangerous truth. When they arrive, they encounter an innocent-looking woman who asks them for help. In reality, she's far more sharp-minded than she appears. Suddenly, another man steps out, followed by 2 of his accomplices. Just as the woman is about to raise her gun and kill Rampage, the commander takes her down with a single sniper shot. A fierce exchange of fire breaks out between the soldiers and the terrorists. Within moments, the soldiers neutralize all of them, capture 1 wounded terrorist, and take him back to their base. Later that night, we see the commander and Rampage sitting together, relaxing and smoking. During this moment, the commander opens up about his past. He explains that he was once an ordinary soldier, but everything in his life changed after 1995. He recalls a mission where he was ordered to eliminate specific targets. However, something happened that still haunts him. A child arrived at the target location with a bomb hidden inside his coat, and everything ended within seconds. That day, the commander realized how difficult it is to observe life and take aim from behind a gun. Despite this, he says he must continue doing it for his conscience, and he will carry this burden until his last breath. The next morning, the 2 return to the same location where they captured the Russian terrorists the previous day. They are confident that someone will come to rescue or find these terrorists. Therefore, they begin preparing for war. The commander plants TNT at the entrance of the house, while the soldiers inside take up their positions. Soon after, a soldier outside notices movement on the hills and immediately alerts the commander. The commander orders everyone to take their positions at once. At the same time, Rampage finds the best sniping spot on the hills. Rampage spots the approaching enemies and starts eliminating them one by one. The soldiers keep taking them down, and the snipers deliver continuous headshots. Suddenly, an overwhelming number of enemies appear, making the situation difficult to control. Within a short time, most of the soldiers are killed, leaving only the commander inside the house. As the enemies charge toward the house, he then begins detonating explosives, blasting the attackers repeatedly. From a distance, Rampage provides cover, continuing to eliminate the enemies. Suddenly, an enemy spots Rampage and fires a rocket launcher at him, sending him tumbling down the mountain. At the same time, the enemies destroy the commander's house, killing the remaining soldiers and breaking inside. The commander is nearly overpowered, and an enemy moves in to slit his throat. At the last moment, Rampage shoots the attacker with a precise sniper shot. Another enemy tries to fire a launcher, but Rampage takes him out as well. Rampage continues eliminating the enemies one by one with deadly accuracy. Finally, an enemy attempts to escape by using the commander as a shield. Rampage stays calm and ends the threat with a perfectly timed headshot, and with that, the hero completes the mission. This becomes a moment of great pride for the commander, as a sharpshooter like Rampage is born only once in a century. After the operation ends, the chief orders Rampage to return from the base. The commander bids him farewell, but Rampage's mission is far from over. He is determined to uncover the traitor who leaked their location to the enemy. According to the intelligence, only a man named Gaskov can reveal the truth. The commander instructs Rampage to meet a man called Mothershit at Botoni Gani Station, who can lead him to Gaskov. By nightfall, Rampage escorts Mothershit to his house. Rampage demands to be taken to Gaskov's hideout. Mothershit agrees, but on one condition. He insists that Rampage must not speak, and that he will handle all the talking himself. Rampage agrees to the plan. The next morning, they set out for Gaskov's hideout and arrive shortly afterward. Rampage intends to negotiate a deal with Gaskov. He brings a box containing the remains of Gaskov's brother-in-law, who was killed by Rampage during an earlier mission. In exchange for these remains, Rampage demands information about the traitor who leaked their location to the enemy. However, the situation takes a sudden turn. The moment Rampage asks Mothershit to question Gaskov about the sniper team's location, Gaskov becomes violently enraged. He confronts them angrily and begins to shout. He claims that no one gave him the location, calling it his own skill and talent. He angrily orders them to leave before he kills them. Determined to uncover the truth, Rampage forces Mothershit to question him again. This enrages Gaskov even further, and he issues a final warning to leave immediately. At that moment, Rampage notices a terrified man operating a satellite-linked laptop. Rampage realizes that this man is using satellite-based tracking to locate and eliminate targets. Suddenly, a missile is launched at the location. Everyone panics and runs for their lives. Rampage and Mothership narrowly manage to escape. Later, Rampage returns to the Yorgan base and informs his superiors that Gascoof uses a satellite-connected device to track targets. The chief coordinator refuses to believe his claims. Just then, the chief commander calls Rampage and issues a final warning. He expels Rampage from the Marines for meeting Gascoof without permission or authorization. Rampage tries to explain the situation to the chief commander. He claims that Gascoof uses a device connected to a satellite to track their exact location and movements. The chief commander dismisses these claims as unfounded. Ignoring Rampage's warning, he assigns him to a new mission. The commander also orders the captain to closely monitor the situation. The commander claims to have received intelligence about the presence of a ghost shooter at a specific location. The sniper team takes long-range positions while the soldiers advance for close combat. However, the soldiers are unaware that this intelligence is actually a trap. The ghost shooter has already taken position. The soldiers move forward, completely unaware that the commander's tip about the ghost shooter has placed them directly in danger. They will soon discover the truth. On the other side, we see Gascoof using satellites to monitor every movement and position of the soldiers. Gascoof then quietly takes up his firing position. Meanwhile, the soldiers advance, completely unaware of the danger ahead. As soon as one soldier is killed, the rest are alerted and rush to take cover. However, the Marine snipers are unable to locate Gascoof. Calm and precise, Gascoof begins eliminating the soldiers one by one from above. The soldiers have almost no cover at this location. On one side, they carry AK-47 rifles, while on the other side, a sniper is hidden inside a building. Within moments, Gascoof wipes out the entire unit. This location was deliberately chosen so that incoming soldiers would have no cover and no way to track the shooter. Gascoof proudly refers to himself as the ghost shooter. Meanwhile, the Marine snipers still fail to locate Gascoof's position. This alone shows the level of security and concealment he is operating under. Even though the Marine snipers cannot visually locate Gascoof, they begin using satellite data to narrow down his position. As soon as one shot is fired, the bullet passes just over a Marine sniper's head. By analyzing the bullet's trajectory, they manage to identify the sniper's location. Before they can respond, Gascoof fires again. This time the bullet strikes a woman nearby. At the same time, the captain prepares to take a shot. Just then, Gascoof fires once more, narrowly missing him. Shocked, the captain shouts in disbelief, wondering where such a deadly sniper could be hiding. Soon after, additional soldiers arrive as backup. At this point, it becomes impossible for Gascoof to continue fighting. Equipped only for long-range combat, he cannot survive a close-range encounter. Like a ghost, Gascoof disappears into the surroundings without a trace. Later, when the soldiers search the house, they find absolutely nothing. Rampage then says, "I warned you that they can monitor our every move." Meanwhile, Chief Coordinator Lisa still refuses to believe him. Soon, all the soldiers gather at the base. At that moment, the same Chief Commander who sent them on the mission arrives. The soldiers are furious with him, blaming him for the deaths of so many men. The commander begins questioning everyone, pretending as if he knows nothing. The captain then explains how the tip they received turned out to be a trap. He admits that Rampage was right from the beginning. The enemy already knew every move they made. Hearing this, the commander reassures the team. He says it is now their turn and promises to hunt the enemy down relentlessly. The next day, the commander briefs everyone again. He informs them that new intelligence suggests Gascoof and his men are planning to attack Koboleti Station that same day. He orders the team to move out immediately. He adds that there will be no better chance than this to finally capture Gascoof. The captain interrupts and raises a serious concern. He says that if Gascoof can see their locations and everyone moves to Koboleti Station, the enemy will know it instantly. He warns that Gascoof could attack the O'Neill pump directly, knowing there will be no security left behind, and that is exactly what is about to happen. Gascoof is already positioned with his men on a nearby hill, preparing to strike the O'Neill pump. Unaware of this, the commander and Lisa believe that Koboleti is the next target. They order all the Marine soldiers to move to Koboleti Station immediately. The soldiers have no choice and quickly leave the O'Neill pump unguarded. While traveling, Rampage questions the captain. He asks what guarantee there is that the attack will actually happen at Koboleti. He warns that if the real target is misjudged, nearly 900 kilometers of pipeline could be destroyed. He also suggests that the enemy may have fed them false coordinates using drones. Hearing this, the captain realizes Rampage is right. He immediately orders the vehicles to turn back and return to the main pumping station. Meanwhile, Gascoof notices the reduced number of soldiers at the site and begins his attack preparations. Two militant vehicles move in for for a short-range assault, while Gaskoof provides long-range sniper cover. Using his satellite-linked device, he tracks every soldier's position. Knowing there is no opposing sniper, he sends his men forward without hesitation. On the other side, Lisa continues working confidently, unaware of the danger. Suddenly, a massive explosion rocks the area. At that moment, she realizes the captain was right all along. The terrorists continue firing rockets at the pumping station, while the sniper provides deadly cover from a distance. Lisa also urgently requests immediate backup at the location. Meanwhile, the enemy launches missile after missile, heavily damaging the pumping station. They continue advancing closer to the target. One fanatic even drives a vehicle straight into the structure, causing massive destruction. Just then, the Marine unit arrives at the scene. They immediately take up combat positions. Without hesitation, they begin neutralizing the enemy forces one by one. Gaskoof soon realizes that snipers from additional units have also arrived. Now the battle shifts into close-range combat. The soldiers keep advancing and engaging the enemies. Meanwhile, two enemies begin setting up a launcher together. Before they can fire, Rampage eliminates both of them in a single shot. Shortly after, the pump station's internet link with the base is destroyed. As a result, Gaskoof's satellite device also stops functioning. Even without the device, Gaskoof continues attacking the soldiers relentlessly. Rampage searches carefully for Gaskoof's exact position. He then spots the satellite device operator and takes him out. Seeing this, Gaskoof panics and begins crawling through the freezing terrain to hide. Rampage patiently waits for him to make a single mistake. At this moment, Gaskoof realizes his arrogance. He should have brought another sniper for support, but instead, he chose to act alone. The remaining snipers continue firing non-stop. Meanwhile, Rampage and Gaskoof wait calmly for a single mistake. At the right moment, Rampage fires a shot. This time, the bullet strikes Gaskoof directly. In his final moments, one wonders what Gaskoof was seeing. It is often said that a person relives all their wrong deeds just before death. As the battle turns against them, the enemies begin to retreat. With this, the mission is finally completed. After the operation, the captain speaks to Rampage. He tells him that his father always believed in him and was right about his abilities. He praises Rampage for trusting his instincts, exposing the traitor, and standing firm until the end. The captain tells him they will meet again on the next mission. Hearing this, Rampage feels proud and relieved. The mission comes to an end, but the journey continues. If you enjoyed this explanation, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You can also check out other videos on the channel. Thank you very much for watching.